Gentlemen, let me ask you something. What if I told you that the bottle of olive oil sitting in your kitchen right now could become the most powerful natural tool for restoring strong, reliable erections when you combine it with one specific partner oil? No prescriptions, no embarrassing doctor visits, no dangerous side effects. Just two simple oils that work together to trigger a surge of blood flow so powerful that many men feel the difference within hours, sometimes in as little as 30 to 60 minutes. My name is Dr. Lila Romano. I'm a board-certified urologist, and for over a decade, I've dedicated my practice to helping men reclaim their vitality, their confidence, and their intimate lives. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, which oils to use, the precise amounts and timing, and why this combination can wake up circulation faster than most men ever imagined possible. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also reveal the shocking truth about fake oils destroying your results and the exact checklist that guarantees you choose oils that actually work. If this message already speaks to something you've been feeling, type yes in the comments so I know you're with me. Now, let's get into why this matters so much. Before we talk about the solution, we need to address the pain that brought you here, because I know what it feels like. Not personally, but I've sat across from thousands of men who've described it to me with a heaviness in their voice that breaks my heart every single time. It's that moment when you realize something has changed. Morning erections that used to arrive like clockwork simply stop showing up one day. Arousal that once felt instant now takes longer and feels weaker. Intimacy that used to be effortless becomes something you start avoiding because the fear of failing feels worse than the loneliness of staying silent. Maybe you've tried to ignore it. Maybe you told yourself it's just stress or fatigue. Maybe you convinced yourself this is what getting older looks like and there's nothing you can do about it. But deep down, there's a quiet voice asking a question you're afraid to say out loud. Is this it? Is the part of me that made me feel alive, powerful, and masculine gone forever? And it's not just physical. It's emotional. It's the look in your partner's eyes when nothing happens and neither of you knows what to say. It's the shame you carry alone, pretending everything is fine while inside you're wondering whether your best days are already behind you. It's the slow withdrawal from intimacy, from connection, from the moments that used to bring joy. Here's what I need you to hear. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not too old. And you are absolutely not alone. Millions of good men are carrying this same silent burden, believing there's no way back. But what if that belief is wrong? What if your body isn't failing you at all, but simply waiting for the right fuel to do what it was designed to do? Because that's the truth most men never hear, and it changes everything. Let me explain something that might shock you. The loss of strong erections after 50 has almost nothing to do with getting older. It's not about low testosterone, though that can play a role. It's not about losing desire, because most men still want intimacy just as much as they ever did. The real reason erections fade is because the blood vessels responsible for delivering blood to the penis begin to stiffen, narrow, and lose their ability to respond. Erections are not controlled by thoughts or feelings. An erection is, at its core, a blood flow event. It's a hydraulic process that requires powerful circulation, flexible arteries, and one critical molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the chemical signal that tells your blood vessels to relax, open wide, and allow a rush of blood into the chambers of the penis with enough pressure to create firmness. When you're young, your body produces nitric oxide abundantly. But after age 50, production drops dramatically, by nearly 50% in most men. And that's when everything starts to change. Without enough nitric oxide, your arteries can't open properly. Blood flow slows. Pressure drops. And even when your mind is willing and your desire is strong, your body simply can't respond the way it used to. This is why one day, without warning, morning erections stop. This is why arousal feels weaker and takes longer. This is why firm, lasting erections become harder to achieve and harder to maintain. Your body isn't betraying you. Your circulation is starving, and your blood vessels are suffocating from a lack of the one thing they need most. But here's the part that should give you hope. Research shows that when you restore nitric oxide production and protect it from breaking down too quickly, blood vessels soften, circulation awakens, and erections return often with a speed that feels shocking. I've seen it in my practice over and over again. Men in their 60s, 70s, even their 80s who thought intimacy was over suddenly feeling warmth, fullness, and strength they haven't experienced in years. And the key to unlocking this isn't a prescription or a complicated medical procedure. It's something far simpler, far safer, and far more powerful than most men realize. It starts with extra virgin olive oil, but not the way you think. Almost everyone has heard that olive oil is healthy. It's in salads, cooking, and countless articles about heart health. But what most men don't know is that extra virgin olive oil contains specific compounds called polyphenol, including oleocanthal and hydroxytyrosol, that have a profound effect on circulation and nitric oxide production. These polyphenol act like shields, protecting your arteries from inflammation and oxidative stress, the two silent enemies that make blood vessels stiff and unresponsive. Olive oil also contains oleic acid, a healthy monounsaturated fat that helps your cell membranes become more flexible and efficient at producing nitric oxide. When your cells work better, your blood vessels work better. And when your blood vessels work better, everything changes. But here's the heartbreaking truth that almost no doctor will tell you. When you take olive oil alone, you're only unlocking about 30% of its true potential. The other 70% is lost, wasted, thrown away because those powerful polyphenol are incredibly fragile. They're destroyed by heat, damaged by oxygen, and broken down in your digestive system before they ever reach your bloodstream. And oleic acid, while beneficial, moves slowly and weakly when it's traveling alone. This is why so many men swallow spoonfuls of olive oil every day, hoping for a change, and feel almost good but never great. Close, but never complete. They blame themselves. They think they're doing something wrong. They believe nothing will work. But the problem was never them. The problem was the missing partner oil that unlocks the full power sitting right in front of them. That partner oil is black seed oil. And when you hear what it does, you'll understand why this combination is so extraordinarily powerful. Black seed oil, also known as Nigella sativa, has been used medicinally for thousands of years. But modern science has identified exactly why it works. Inside black seed oil is a compound called thymoquinone. Thymoquinone is one of the most powerful natural protectors of nitric oxide on Earth. It shields nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly, allowing your body to maintain the pressure and circulation needed to create and sustain a firm, lasting erection. But here's the catch. Thymoquinone is unstable. On its own, it breaks apart easily and disappears before your bloodstream ever gets a chance to use it. This is why so many men who try black seed oil alone feel little or nothing. Now here's where the magic happens. When you combine black seed oil with extra virgin olive oil, something extraordinary occurs. The polyphenol in olive oil form a protective shield around thymoquinone, allowing it to travel safely through your digestive system and reach your bloodstream fully active and ready to work. And in return, thymoquinone protects the polyphenol in olive oil from being destroyed. They strengthen each other. They amplify each other. They unlock each other. The result is a powerful surge in nitric oxide production, blood vessels that soften and expand, and a sudden return of warmth, pressure, and responsiveness that many men describe as life-changing. Some feel a gentle heat moving through their chest and pelvis. Others notice a pulsing sensation or a sense of fullness they haven't felt in years. It's like a switch flipping back on after being off for so long. For men who thought they would never feel that again, the emotional impact is overwhelming. They describe it as receiving a part of themselves they were certain was gone forever. And this is only the beginning. Let me explain exactly what happens inside your body when you take this blend, because understanding the mechanism makes everything click into place. When you combine extra virgin olive oil and black seed oil and consume them together, the compounds travel through your digestive system protected and stable. Once they reach your bloodstream, they begin working immediately on multiple levels. First, the polyphenol from olive oil and thymoquinone from black seed oil work together to stimulate your endothelial cells, the cells that line the inside of your blood vessels. These cells produce nitric oxide, the master signal molecule for erections. Think of nitric oxide like a key that unlocks the door to your blood vessels, telling them to relax and open wide. When the smooth muscle cells in your arterial walls receive this signal, they release their tension. The arteries expand. Blood flow increases dramatically. And suddenly, oxygen-rich blood is rushing into the erectile tissue of your penis, filling the spongy chambers called the corpora cavernosa with enough pressure to create firmness. At the same time, these compounds are reducing inflammation and oxidative stress throughout your vascular system. Inflammation is like rust on your pipes. It makes blood vessels stiff, narrow, and unresponsive. By calming inflammation, you're allowing your arteries to become flexible and elastic again, the way they were when you were younger. It's like the difference between an old garden hose that's cracked and stiff versus a brand new hose that expands easily when water flows through it. This blend helps your blood vessels remember how to function properly. But here's what makes this combination even more powerful. Thymoquinone doesn't just help produce nitric oxide, it protects it from breaking down too quickly. Normally, nitric oxide has a very short lifespan in the body. But when it's protected, it stays active longer, meaning the blood vessels remain open and responsive for extended periods. That's why men report not just getting erections, but maintaining them more easily. It's not a forced, artificial response like you get with medications. It's your body working the way it was designed to work, finally getting the support it needs to perform. Over time, with consistent daily use, this process rebuilds vascular health from the inside out. Blood vessels become more flexible. Circulation improves throughout your entire body, not just to the penis. Energy increases. Stamina returns. And the confidence that comes from knowing your body is responsive again, that transforms everything. Now let me give you the exact protocol that has helped hundreds of my patients rebuild their circulation and restore their intimate lives. This is not guesswork. This is precise, actionable, and proven. For daily rebuilding and long-term vascular health, here's what you need to do. Take 1 teaspoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil and mix it with half a teaspoon of black seed oil. Blend them together in a small glass until they're fully combined, and consume this mixture once per day with your breakfast or your largest meal. The timing is critical. Your digestive system absorbs healthy fats far more effectively when they're consumed alongside other dietary fats. This means the polyphenol and thymoquinone travel deeper into your bloodstream, protected and fully active, reaching the tissues that need them most. Here's what you can expect. On day 1, many men feel a subtle warmth spreading through their chest, stomach, or legs. This is circulation awakening. It's your blood vessels starting to respond. During the first week, you'll likely notice better sleep, more stable energy throughout the day, and a spark of vitality you haven't felt in a long time. By week 2, desire begins to return, not just as a thought, but as a physical response. Your body starts remembering what it's capable of. And between weeks 4 and 12, the transformation becomes undeniable. Erections grow stronger and more consistent. Morning wood returns. The fear and hesitation fade. Confidence rebuilds itself naturally. This is not magic. This is physiology finally working the way it was meant to, because you're giving your body exactly what it needs. Now, if you want faster results, especially before intimate moments, there's an optional amplifier blend that works remarkably quickly. Between 30 and 60 minutes before intimacy, take 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and mix it with 1/4 teaspoon of pomegranate seed oil. Pomegranate seed oil contains a rare compound called punicic acid, an omega-5 fatty acid that rapidly boosts nitric oxide production. When combined with olive oil, which acts as the carrier and protector, punicic acid triggers a surge of circulation that many men feel within 30 to 90 minutes. They describe a gentle warmth, a sense of fullness, a responsiveness that feels immediate and natural. It's not a forced chemical reaction. It's your body receiving exactly what it needs at exactly the right time. This optional blend doesn't replace the daily formula. It complements it. Use the daily blend to rebuild your foundation, and use the fast-acting blend when you want an extra boost before intimacy. Together, they create a powerful 1-2 combination that supports both long-term health and immediate performance. But here's where so many men unknowingly sabotage their results, and it breaks my heart every time I see it. They follow the formula perfectly, they take it consistently, they do everything right, and then nothing happens. And it's not because their body failed them. It's because the oils they bought were fake. Let me say that again because it's so important. More than half of the olive oil sold in the United States is fake, diluted, or stripped of the very compounds responsible for restoring circulation and erections. Researchers at the UC Davis Olive Center tested popular olive oil brands and found that nearly 50% of them failed purity tests. They were blended with cheap seed oils like soybean or canola, processed with heat and chemicals, or so old and oxidized that the polyphenol were already destroyed. And without polyphenol, olive oil is nothing more than flavored grease. It will not support your circulation. It will not produce nitric oxide. It will never wake up your erections. The same tragedy happens with black seed oil and pomegranate seed oil. Cheap products are diluted to save costs, and men end up swallowing worthless liquids that do absolutely nothing. So here's exactly what to look for when choosing oils that actually work. Real extra virgin olive oil is cold-pressed, never heat-processed. It comes in a dark glass bottle because light destroys the nutrients. It lists a harvest date, not just a best-by date, because fresh oil is powerful and old oil is useless. When you taste it, there's a peppery bite that tingles the back of your throat, sometimes even making you cough slightly. That's the sign of polyphenol. It has a fresh, fruity aroma and a golden green color, never pale or flat. If your olive oil tastes like nothing, smells like nothing, or feels greasy and heavy, throw it away. It's stealing your results. Real black seed oil is thick and dark, ranging from amber to nearly black. It has a strong, spicy aroma and a bold flavor. If it's light, watery, or mild, it's been diluted and is essentially worthless. Real pomegranate seed oil is deep red-orange and intensely fragrant with a thick, rich texture. If the color is weak or yellow, it's already dead. Store all of these oils in a cool, dark place. Refrigerate them after opening, especially black seed oil, and use them within 6 months of opening to ensure maximum potency. These details might sound small, but to your body, they are everything. When you choose real oils, your blood vessels open, your nitric oxide rises, your sensitivity returns, your erections strengthen, and your confidence rebuilds itself from the inside out. I've seen men go from hopeless to transformed simply by replacing fake oils with real ones. Don't let a counterfeit product steal the results you deserve. Now, while this oil combination is incredibly powerful on its own, there are a few simple habits that can multiply your results even further. Think of these as the supporting cast that makes the main solution work even better. First, hydration. Your blood is roughly 90% water, and when you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood becomes thick and sluggish. Circulation slows. Nitric oxide production drops, and the ability to achieve a firm erection becomes nearly impossible. Drink water steadily throughout the day, not all at once. Sip consistently and consider adding a small pinch of natural electrolytes or a squeeze of lemon to improve absorption. Second, include circulation-boosting foods in your diet. Beets are rich in nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. Leafy greens like spinach provide magnesium, which supports vascular relaxation. Dark berries deliver antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. And salmon or walnuts provide omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and keep arteries flexible. Third, practice nasal breathing for just 5 minutes a day. When you breathe through your nose instead of your mouth, your body naturally releases nitric oxide from your sinuses, giving your blood vessels an immediate signal to relax and expand. It's one of the simplest yet most overlooked ways to support circulation. Fourth, get 10 minutes of morning sunlight. Sunlight activates nitric oxide stored in your skin, supporting not just circulation, but also energy, mood, and performance. Nature designed your body to respond to light. Use it. And finally, take a gentle 10-minute walk in the evening. Not intense exercise, just movement. Walking encourages blood flow and keeps your vessels flexible instead of stiff and aging. It's a small habit with a massive long-term payoff. When you combine these simple daily practices with the olive oil blend each morning and the optional pomegranate blend before intimacy, the effects don't just add up, they multiply. This is why men who are skeptical become believers. This is why marriages revive. This is why confidence returns. Now, before you rush out and start this protocol, there are a few important warnings and realistic expectations I need to share with you. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin, talk to your doctor before starting this blend. Olive oil and black seed oil both have mild blood thinning properties, and combining them with medication requires medical supervision. If you have a bleeding disorder or you're scheduled for surgery, stop taking these oils at least 2 weeks beforehand. Some men experience mild digestive upset when they first start, especially with black seed oil. If that happens, start with half the recommended dose and gradually build up over a week or two. Your body will adjust. And let me be very clear about one thing. This blend is not a replacement for medical treatment. If you have severe erectile dysfunction, uncontrolled diabetes, serious cardiovascular disease, or other underlying health conditions, you need to see a doctor for a proper evaluation. These oils support healthy circulation and nitric oxide production, but they cannot cure serious medical problems on their own. Also, don't make the common mistake of thinking more is better. Stick to the recommended amounts. Taking excessive doses won't speed up results and could cause digestive issues or other problems. Now, let's talk about realistic timelines because managing expectations is just as important as following the protocol correctly. In the first 1 to 2 weeks, you'll likely notice subtle improvements in circulation, energy levels, and overall vitality. You might feel warmer, more alert, or sleep more deeply. These are signs that your vascular system is starting to respond. Between weeks 2 and 4, most men report noticeable increases in desire and physical responsiveness. Morning erections may start returning. Arousal feels stronger and more natural. The body is remembering what it's capable of. From weeks 4 through 12, the transformation becomes significant. Erections grow firmer and more consistent. Performance anxiety decreases. Intimacy stops feeling like pressure and starts feeling like possibility again. And confidence, the kind that comes from trusting your body, rebuilds itself naturally. After 3 months of consistent use, you're not just supporting short-term performance. You're rebuilding long-term vascular health, protecting your circulation, and giving yourself the foundation for sustained vitality as you age. This is not an overnight miracle. It's a natural process that requires consistency and patience. But for men who commit to it, the results are real, meaningful, and often life-changing. Gentlemen, so here's what I want you to do. Try this for 30 days. Commit fully. Choose real, high-quality oils. Take the daily blend with breakfast every single morning. Support it with hydration, good food, and simple movement. Track how you feel. Notice the changes. And don't give up on yourself. If this message touched something inside you, something you haven't said out loud in years, leave a comment. This is Dr. Lila Romano, and I will see you in the next video.